My name is Louise Eccles. I am the Executive Director for BNI in Greater Manchester East, Kirklees, Calderdale and Lancashire. And I wanted to sort of share with you this morning some of my building relationship tips. So for me, building relationships is genuinely, I think, the most important of our core values, because it's the one where without doing it, we won't get any of the other benefits from it. People won't give to us. We won't have the giver's gain. We won't get the referrals, the opportunities if we don't spend some time building relationships. But there are also some pitfalls to all those relationships that we build. And that's what I thought I'd talk to you about this morning. So when we first get involved and there's a brand new member coming in and we first get involved, we get really sort of energized. We get really active. We start having those one-to-ones, those business relationships. We start building them up. So we go out of our way to really make a great impression. And so we're turning up for those one-to-ones. We're sat there with our gains profiles. We're really sort of putting a lot of energy into it. And then over time, we become friends. And that's one of the great things about BNI. So I bet that if you put in the chat, I bet a lot of you would class a lot of your members in your group as friends. Okay, loads of us will create those friends. And we don't join to make friends, but it's a happy side effect, I think, that we create friends as well. But there is an unfortunate downside to that, because it then becomes easier to let friends down. So I want to sort of talk about it from a one-to-one perspective. So I want you to imagine that perfect client that you've got, that absolutely amazing, brilliant client that you've got. You will bend over backwards for this client. If that client phones you, you hang up the call you're on to make sure that you answer that person's call. You might take them out for dinner a couple of times a year, or take them golfing. You might send them gifts, but you bend over backwards for this client because they pass so much business to you, and you really look after and maintain that relationship. And that is exactly the same way we should treat all our BNI members within our chapters. And unfortunately, what happens is we become great friends. And so it suddenly becomes easier to say, do you mind if I cancel our one-to-one? I'm really busy today. And it's like, actually, I'm really busy. But would you ever dream of saying that to that fantastic client that you bend over backwards to? Would you ever phone them and go, I'm really sorry, I can't make our meeting today because I'm really busy working with somebody else? You wouldn't dream of it. And yet we do when it comes to our BNI members in our chapters, because of that friendship element. So my BNI tip today is really to treat your business relationships within BNI and your members as if they were your best client, that person you would bend over backwards for. Because whilst they may not personally be your best client, they may introduce you to that best client. And if you've told them that you're too busy for them and that you can't make that one-to-one because you're looking after somebody else, you've just told them that they're not important to you. And that is the exact opposite of building relationships. So for me, it's all about mindset. When you have a one-to-one with a fellow member, don't call it a one-to-one. Call it a business meeting, because ultimately that's exactly what it is, and you should treat it with exactly the same respect. And that's it from me. Thank you very much.